course, One Punch Brad Pickett recently retired from fighting, at least, not from life. He just retired from fighting. So, I mean, obviously, you went 1-6 your last 7. So it was time. I mean, obviously, it was time. And you went out the way you wanted to go out. You said, hey, this is going to be it. Before the fight ever started, this is my last fight. This is the end of it. I'm not doing any more. You definitely went out the way that you wanted to go out. But we at home don't get every conversation. We're not there when you're talking to the missus. We're not there when you're talking to your coaches. We're not there when the UFC is talking to you. Was it really at the end of the day, was it really to be like, okay, it's time for me to go? Or was it a situation where the UFC is like, if you lose this one, you're out? Or the UFC saying, hey, we'd really like this one to be your last one, and we got something for you in the future?
It's solely down to me. Obviously, well, I'm a competitive person, as you know. Doing the sport, you have to be. And for me, I nearly made this decision last year when I fought in the O2 beginning of March last year when I fought Rivera. I was coming back up from bantam flyweight, and I lost my return to Thomas Almeida, and that made me lose 2 in a row. Split decision to Giga Camus and then Thomas Almeida. You know, so for me then I was worried about my job. I mean, I'm a pretty proud person. I don't want to get cut. So I said to Mike Brown before the fight, speak to Sean Shelby, and if I lose this, if I'm in jeopardy, I'm just going to retire, you know, because, you know, just to save face, you know, like I'm done, you know. And then I ended up winning the fight, you know. And I said it was a split decision. It was a very close fight. But to be honest, in my head, I wasn't ready to retire. I still wanted to compete. I still wanted to, you know, kind of like, I wasn't ready to go yet, if that made sense. So I was so relieved, as you can see by my reaction after that fight, how crazy I was. I mean, I was so emotional because I kept my dream alive, you know. But then my next fight was against, again, it was supposed to be against Henry Briones, but he kept on pulling out. And then I was already over in American Top Team getting ready for that fight. So I flew over from England to American Top Team. I was getting ready for that fight. He pulled out. I was there for another 2 weeks waiting for an opponent. I got thrown 4 different guys my way. I said yes to every single one of them. They all kind of like said no, or I had other commitments or something. And then it's getting closer and closer. I'm like, man, I need to fight. You know, I don't know what's going on. I'm here away from my family, you know, I'm a newborn kid and all that stuff, training for what the hell is going on. So then they came back to me, do you want to fight Yuri Alcantara? And to be honest, if I was being a sensible businessman, I would have said no, because that is a horrible matchup for me. I hate southpaws, for one, you know, terrible matchup for me. But it got to the stage where I was like, I just wanted to fight. So I took that fight, being the worst training camp I ever had, because I then had to switch it with southpaws, and I was sparring southpaws all the time. And throughout my career, I've hated southpaws, right? So but then I thought, doesn't matter, I'm going to fight, and I ain't going to forget how to fight, I'll just go and fight. So I fought, again, also being 3 o'clock in the morning, because there's a pay-per-view in England, which did help me. But then, I've lost fights before, don't get me wrong, but I never lost a fight where I didn't actually get a chance to do anything. I got hit with a front teep straight away off the bat, winded me so bad, and then straight away I was playing catch up the whole time. I was still trying to recover, just about recovered, then I hit by a spinning back elbow, dropped, put into an armbar, survived that armbar, put into a triangle, ended up getting tapped by a triangle. And I remember just there and then just thinking, I'm done. I this sucks. I don't enjoy this, you know, and like just being so far away from my family, for being such a long camp. Because that was it. Because I was supposed to actually fight in Hamburg, Germany, but then they put the fight back to fight in Manchester, England. So I was out there for another 5 weeks. It was just like it was such a long thing. I felt I'm done. So I said to myself, when we go back to London next year, in the O2, I'm going to retire. You know, and I said it in my head. But then obviously that thing with Uriah Faber happened in between, which for me, I just took it because it was like a great opportunity to fight an absolute legend of the sport I ain't gonna turn that down, you know. So of course, I wanted to help him out in his final fight as well. So yeah, good. But in my mind, I already made up I was going to retire in London because, like I say, I, when I got into sport, it was all about see how far I could go, try and be number one in the world. And I've been close to it a few times. I believe around my career, I've been in quite a few title eliminators. I was ranked number 5 at bantamweight before I went down to flyweight. Obviously, I held a win over Demetrius Johnson, who's a pound for pound the best fighter. So that's why I went down to flyweight, tried to rekindle that thing. So I've always tried to be the best in the world. And then when it got to the stage where, like you say, you see my performance and start, I'm like, okay, I'm done. And my health is fine. But my performance is, and you saw within my last fight explained everything, where it's a fight I'm winning comfortably, you know, and I get a head kick in the final round. I could have been safe. I could have gone for a takedown and grind it out, but that's not my style. But I took a head kick where, I'll be honest with you, I would be eating that like candy, you know, back in the day, you know. But that's dropping me hard. And honestly, I could argue that I thought it was premature stoppage. It could have been, but still, I shouldn't be getting dropped with kicks like that. But that's what's happening now. I'm getting dropped left, right, and centre. So my body can't take it anymore, you know. So it's just like, that's why I'm like, hey, guys, thank you. Great career. Loved every minute of it. But now I need to focus on my health. You know, I've got a young kid now, and I can find other ways to earn money and prolong my career, you know.
So what are the other ways you're making money now? You're done, so that you've got to. I'm sure you had some plan set up, because it wasn't like, hey, today I'm going to fight, and then tomorrow you were retiring. You were working on this for a while. So what did you put together so you have some income coming in?
Well, that's one thing I also think towards the end of my career kind of affected me a little bit. While I was trying to do too much maybe sometimes. Rather than being a fighter, I was being a fighter, a promoter, a dad, a coach. I was a lot of things, you know. So, obviously I promote my own show, Rise of Champions. It's a very good show. I will concentrate on that a little bit more. But obviously, there's loads of different ways I could earn money. Sometimes it can be a bit of a hustle now. It's hustling to where's the money here, what's that, where fighting was an easy thing. It's easy to just fight. I fight that guy, earn money. It was so simple. Train, fight. Now it's a little bit of a hustle. The sport is massive. There's so many different avenues you could go down. If it's, you know, commentating, matchmaking, running the show, coaching, you know, managing. There's so many different things you could do. You know, so it's, and I believe I'll be good at most things within the sport. I've got a lot of experience within the sport. It's just trying to find out, obviously, what is financially rewarding, and 2, what is I enjoy doing. That's the first and foremost. But so I think my general nest egg, which I believe I love to do, and which I'm in the process of doing, and is opening my own gym. I want to open a GB top team, Great British top team in the UK. I'm in those plans. I'm in talks with people right now about doing it. Obviously, it's still a little bit early doors at the moment, but that's for me. That would be my little baby, and then I'll do other things here and there, like commentary and, you know, stuff like that. You know.
So how's that work with the top team? So obviously, you'd still be associated with American Top Team down in Florida. Do you have to pay a franchising fee back to the main gym? Is it, you know, how does it work out?
No, I mean that me and Dan Lambert and Conan Severo, I've been going to American Top Team for like 10 years. We have a really good bond, and I have real close affiliates here. I've always spoken to Dan Lambert about me opening my own gym here. It's fine, and stuff like that. I don't have to pay a franchise or anything like that. He just wishes me success and stuff. But what it'd be a great relationship with American Top Team, where when their fighters fight over here in Europe, they could come to me and train there for a little bit, and vice versa. Any guys I coach and train at my gym, I can send over to American Top Team to go train and stuff like that. You know?
Right. Okay. So how's the missus handling this whole mess? You know, because retirement for a fighter, you're still competitive. You haven't lost your competitive spirit. You just lost the ability to be competitive in MMA right now, which means you can move on to something else being just as competitive. But you kind of had that spot where you're like, okay, I don't have to get up and run right now. I don't have to go to the gym right now. So what am I actually going to do? And it kind of drives your significant other a little nuts because you're all of a sudden now you're underfoot all the time. How is she dealing with it?
My wife has been amazing throughout the whole process, throughout my career, and now when I've just finished. She's amazing support. So at the moment, I don't get me wrong. I was one of those wise people who have actually done well with my money and saved well, bought a house, done the smart things. Not one of those people that my car's worth more than my house sort of thing. I have a nice little small car. Thing don't cost me much money. So I'm not one of those guys. So I've done okay with money, and I've got a bit of money that I could. I'm not in a rush. I mean, so that's the thing. I don't want to. Oh, I need to go. I'm not in a rush to work. My wife works now. Technically, my wife has a good job. She can pay all the bills. If she wants to. So that obviously that is good. So, but that's why I really now just want to concentrate. And like you said, Frank, I am very competitive. So for me, I'm going to be competitive with my gym. I want to be open a nice gym. Then I want to be the best gym in Europe, and the best gym in the UK. Then be the best gym in Europe, and then how I will compete is through my athletes. That's how I'll compete. So I definitely will compete, and like you say, you don't lose that. But so I'm competitive, and I just do it for my other athletes. I've been cornering guys already. I cornered Nathaniel Wood, who just fought on Cage Warriors in a co-main event last weekend. He done very well. Now he's fighting for the world title in June 7th, I believe, in 9 weeks' time or 8 weeks' time. And also now, next week, I'll go to Risen to corner Kyoji Horiguchi. So I'm still coaching a lot now and stuff like that as well. But I think I want to open my own gym where I live. Kyoji trains at American Top Team. He's still in American Top Team now. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought he was still training the other side. Okay, so you're going to fly and meet him. He's going to fly from Florida to Japan. You're going to fly over from the UK and just meet in the middle? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And then, so explain to us, how do you does cornering a guy make you any money? Like, how do you make money as a corner?
You don't really make money, but I guess it's one of those prestigious sort of things. And coaching in the day is what I like, and I love it. And I'm friends. These guys, I'll do anything for. That's the thing about being a good coach is like I've had my limelight in my career. Now it's not about me anymore. It's about the athletes, and that's what I'll be like with my team. It's about you don't earn much money coaching, but also with a gym, you don't earn money from your pro fighters really. You earn your money from your day-to-day pundits, guys who come in the evening. But your pro team is an advertising board. You have a great pro team and go and do well. People want to join that gym, so you have to look after your pro team. And for me, that's where my passion is as well.
So how obviously you have to have investors for the gym. No good gym can be done without. It just doesn't work that way. No, unless you're multi-millionaire in another format. And why the hell would you open a gym then if you already hit multi-millionaire from someplace else? So obviously you have investors. How many investors are you going to have, or is it still fluid? You're still trying to figure it out. Do you even have how much you need to raise before you actually open the doors? Because I know rent can be pretty expensive, and let's not forget getting the machines and getting the mat space and getting the cage and putting a ring in there and getting the bags. Like all of a sudden, it becomes a whole headache of trying to get all that stuff together. And of course, obviously, you've been around gyms long enough. You know what needs to be done. But have you gotten that number yet of how many pounds you have to raise to make it happen?
Not quite yet, because at the moment now it's trying to find the right location. And obviously, in London, different locations mean different price. Different real estate is a lot different in London. So it's just fun. I've been chatting to a few different people, and stuff like that. And I believe I'm in chats with the right guy now. I believe to really go forward and get this thing done. You're right. I have a bit of money myself, but yeah, you're right. You need a bit more of a safety net, really. So I'm definitely looking for a strong business partner who also has the same goals and end goal as me. Like to have a really successful gym.
So we're going to see you in the corner in Ryzen next, and then do you have any other plans after that? Oh no, I guess you said you have your one buddy that's fighting in Cage Warriors again here in about 8 weeks, right?
Yeah, but I'll come back. When I come back, I have a seminar in Sardinia. I'll go there for four days to do a seminar and stuff like that. So I do things like that. I mean, I don't really promote seminars at the moment. There's people who contact me, ask me when I'm free. I'll do some, but yeah, but that's also another avenue to earn a bit of money here and there, seminars and stuff. But I love coaching. I've done many seminars over the years and stuff, and I really enjoy doing it, So so there's things that are something else I could push or pursue a little bit more. But like I say, all these sort of doing commentating here, or doing something like that, is for me it's like pocket money. For me, my steady income, and that will be my gym. That's for me. That's my steady, and then I could go do this or go do that, be in a film or whatever. Do that sort of stuff, which is just adding up, but it's not my steady day-to-day thing. Where if I have a gym, that will be my life. Basically, I put my life and soul into that thing.
One of the other side venues, I think you should start. Because I know you had a dream to be a stuntman before this whole fight game started, and there's a ton of stuff being shot over there in London right now. Wonder Woman just finished getting shot over there. Of course, all the Star Wars end up over there at one point or another. It's not steady work, but you get a couple days a month here and there shooting back and forth. All of a sudden, it starts adding up throughout the year. Definitely you're in this right space.
I love to, but one of these things it's just like life as well. It's about connections, and like I say, at the moment now, I've only freshly just hung my gloves. And when you're on fire, it's just fighting. Now, it's about networking a little bit, chatting to the right people, and I'm a nice guy. People, so like hopefully people will be like, hey. That's not, I may throw me a bone here or two, but also I'm a hardworking guy. So like, it's just trying to see what comes up and stuff like. I love to do acting. I've been in a couple of little films here and there as well, and I love doing that sort of stuff. I find it, it's very interesting. Like I say, it's much better than doing a desk job, like going and visiting new people and different things,
I got to be honest with you, name recognition and the fact that Guy Ritchie is such a huge MMA fan. Of course, he's a jiu-jitsu, I think he's a purple belt now. There might be a brown belt.
There's a few people like, obviously, there's Tom Hardy. He's massive into MMA.
He's working on a film with him and Channing Tatum here in May.
He actually lives not too far from him, but I kind of never know how to reach out to him. But I always say, hey, look, I'll coach you, look after you if you want, So like, but it's like I say, it's just getting these connections. Now I'm retired. I have a bit more time to do these sort of things, and speak to the right people, So interesting time ahead. Can be quite daunting sometimes, but I'm in a good spot,
Well, you're in a good spot because you have money saved, and that's not it's not the answer you get from a lot of fighters when they retire. It wasn't my answer. When I didn't even retire, I just stopped fighting because it made more sense for me to do stunt work and acting because I make more money doing the same 8-week training camp than I ever would in a fight at that level at that point in time. So I was like, I'm just not going to take any more fights. I'm just going to keep doing this. Yeah. And so 99% of the guys, 95% of the guys that get out have no money. You're in a spot where you have money. You're like, I can relax for a second. I can figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my time. I got little things coming in from here and there. And let's not forget the missus is able to work as well and able to pay the day-to-day bills. If something happened where you're all of a sudden, it's been a couple months and you're starting to run out of income, at least the missus has income coming in. We're able to, okay, at least the day-to-day bills are getting paid. We can figure it out from
But always done the right things. I ended up buying a house, doing stuff. I got 2 houses. I was never flashing my cash. I was sensible. I know that this is not going to last forever. As an athlete, you only earn a space of money in a short period of time, and you're living for. Don't get me wrong. Some people nowadays can earn crazy money like Conor McGregor, and you don't expect him to work a day in his life. Now after fighting, but majority of us are going to have to work for a living.
Well, I got to be honest. Conor's going to have to work when he retires. He's going to have to. I mean, if everything he's putting out there on social media is 100% legit, when he stops fighting, he's going to run out of money within a couple, 3-4 years. Like he's going to be out of cash. When you're buying I-8s and you're running around buying all these diamond watches and buying $5,000 suits, you run out of money. And I get the money disparity is a lot different.
Unless he has the right people around him who invest the money in the right ways. But then also coming with that, sometimes when you're that high up, you get a lot of vultures around you. Like Mike Tyson, he was earning millions and millions and millions. Like you see, But sometimes when you're as famous as that, you're never really gonna be broke. Don't get me wrong, you can file for bankruptcy like Mike Tyson did and stuff. But even now, Mike Tyson, someone paying 10 grand to turn up to a fight show.
Look at it's American baseball. You may not know this guy, but Pete Rose gets like 10 grand to sit and sign autographs for 2 hours at a spot in Las Vegas twice a week.
So how could you ever be broke?
And he gambles it all away on horses. Like as soon as he goes downstairs.
That's him being stupid. If you're sensible, you'll never be broke. As long as 2 hands, 2 legs, I would never be broke. Because I'd always, if I had to, I'll go outside and shoot the streets.
Yeah, I like your thought, man. Brad, thanks so much for coming on here, man. I'm really happy that you got it, that everything's squared away for you in your retirement, that it was your decision and it wasn't a force out, from the back end, and that you've got a plan. You've got it set up. You're ready to make things happen. It's just now making those things happen. And just like fighting, it's not going to happen overnight. You got to give yourself a few years to make it work. I like your plan. The best in London. My gym's going to be the best in London. That's going to be the best in the UK. That's going to be the best in Europe. And that's how it's going to work. And it's just going to be that's how it's going to happen. So I like that plan. And you're one of the few guys that actually make it work. A lot of guys have got that speech, but you're one of the few guys that actually make it work. And I can't wait to get to London when it's open and actually come to your gym and get a workout in, hopefully within the first month of when you have your grand opening.
Yeah, 100%. You'd be more welcome.
I love it. Brad, thanks so much, man. Have a great rest of your night. We'll talk later.
Thanks, Frank.